NBA free pick Tuesday, April 22nd. Looking at the Milwaukee Bucks, the Indiana Pacers game 2. Guys, we crushed this game 1. We had a 7-unit best bet on the Pacers. We had the -6, as you can see here. Let me just move this out of the way for you. We had the Pacers -6. Crushed it. Almost 20-point win. 7-unit in the bank. Man, what a run we've been on the NBA. What's this? We also swept the board a couple nights ago. I did pass yesterday. That's why you're not seeing anything in there. Went 2-0. We had the Cavs -12.5, the Celtics -12.5, Pacers -6. 7 units have been fire. 7-unit winner there. We had a 7-unit earlier on the Minnesota Timberwolves -20 cashed. We've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row in the NBA. We lost one there. And then look at this. Just, man, we've been cashing tickets as of late. Nice run here going back about a month. 19-5. That's like nearly 80%. $100 better up 5,680. The exciting news, I have a 7-unit in the NBA going tonight. You can access that at Doc Sports. If you want to win on the NBA, guys, this is what we've been doing. Absolute damage here. Head on over to Doc Sports. There is a $60 in the link in the description. If you click that $60 link and you're not a client of Doc Sports, you can use that free $60 absolutely free and get access to that 7-unit. And if you are a client of Doc Sports, you know where to find me. You know where to get access to this 7-unit as we keep this run going. So, I'm going to be looking at the Bucks and the Pacers game 2. So, Pacers were -6, had a 7-unit on it, cashed it, loved it. Now they're -4.5, -4 at some spots. I don't know. The zigzag theory, right? We all know it. Teams that lose game 1 bounce back in game 2. This is a thing that used to work in the past. The zigzag theory's been dead for a little while, but people still seem to want to bet it, and the market adjusts based on that. It's not that simple anymore, guys. These angles are gone. It's almost like, switching to baseball for a second, it's almost like when everyone used to bet the over at Coors Field, and that was an angle that won for a while because totals was, opening at like 9, 8.5, 9. Then the market got hold. Totals started open up at 11, 11.5. And then if you blindly bet the under, once that stuff was opening at 11, 11.5, you also did very, very well. It's just the market's very fluid, moves around until it finds its level and then edges evaporate. And that is what we've had for a while now with the zigzag system in the NBA. How do I see this one going? We'll get to it. First of all, let's have a look at the market, see what's been going on. Who's taking the biggest limit? Circa 5,000, 5,000 at Sports 4-1, 5,000 at Pinnacle. The reason for the low limits on a playoff game right now is the status of Damian Lillard. He is listed as questionable with that calf injury. He did not play in game 1. Do we expect him to play? This is the question. I don't. There hasn't been a real solid timetable on his return. The last we heard, he's getting close to returning. He hasn't played since, when was his last game? He hasn't played since March 18th. It's over a month ago. Questionable for this game. What do we get here? Yeah, as I said, Doc Rivers made it known Monday that he's getting close to being back on the floor. What does that mean? And how rusty is he? I mean, Dame's a solid player. It's always worth looking into. We know superstars get respect, but really, what does that mean? I love to look at things like this. This is a great website, guys. pbpstats.com. And it's very useful because markets often overreact to superstar players being injured, whether it's totals or sides. And you can pull up Milwaukee, Damian Lillard, and run stats. And what I like to look at is look at points per 100 possessions. So this first column here is when Lillard is on the floor, and the second column is when he's not on the floor. So they score about 2 points more per 100 possessions when he's on the floor. But they allow 5 points more when he's on the floor. The shot quality is worse on defense. What about effective field goal? oddly enough, their offense effective field goal percentage goes down with him on the floor. True shooting percentage is also down, which is kind of funny. And it's because they're shooting a ton more threes, obviously. Yeah. And the fact, that's the thing. He's got a big name, but has he made much of a difference? The numbers don't say so. Keep in mind, though, you got to take this with a pinch of salt. When Lillard's on the floor, he's going to play the better lineup on the opposing team as well. So that does factor in. Not saying he's not worth anything. Of course he is. But the fact that he hasn't played in a month and what these numbers show, I'm not going to jump to it. And I think the market is pricing this based on the zigzag theory and perhaps expecting Lillard in. Where did this open? See, it opened at 6.5, which is interesting because that is where you'd expect it to open after what we saw in game 1. And all the money has come in on Milwaukee. And to me, that is an expectation for Lillard. There has been resistance at 4, as you can see. I lean to the Pacers. I took my bite on the game 1. Happy with it. I'm not going to be touching game 2. Personally, I'm not going to have it as a premium selection. I am going to be watching to see what happens. But it does seem as 4 is a solid buy point on the Pacers. The money line price is interesting because the best price in market on the money line is on the Bucks at circa. That's a big money line price on circa. They don't just hang things for fun. I mean, you can pop them for $3,000 at 170 if you like, and no one is. For me, Indiana Pacers -4. There's a few spots you can get it. -4.5, I'm fine with as well. Maybe you can get a cheap money line out there. It might be worth doing. What is the cheapest money line price? There's like -166. That's only if you have access to Bettor's Edge. They're not taking anything on it anyway. What's FanDuel? FanDuel are up at 186. Yeah, I think, for me, Indiana Pacers is the side, guys. They're a nightmare at home. You look at Pacers at home, 30-11. The way they finished the season, the way they're playing, their offense at home has been lights out. Giannis is being asked to do way too much as well. I mean, do you see the guy look like he ran a marathon after the first quarter? Dude was sweating profusely. The amount he's having to do is not efficient for the team. He's almost impossible to defend, but, it's going to have his toll on him. He's going to have to move the ball more. Guys are going to have to make shots. Can they do it? On the road, Milwaukee have not proven much. Losing record on the road this season. Give me the Pacers, guys, -4.5. I'm almost talking myself into making this a premium selection, but it's a free one for you guys. My 7 unit is the big one today. Available at Doc Sports in the NBA, guys. I realize I just kept this up in the middle here. Usually this is down below. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. This is August Young at DocSports.com. Remember to subscribe to the channel and comment your thoughts down below. I'll be back soon. Thank you.